All right, top of the morning to you, everybody. Matt Scalogli here with SRP Medical Marketing and the Warner James Group. And it is Monday morning. For those of you that are golfers, this is the beginning of a great week of golf. You'll notice that I have my little Masters shirt on today. I have been blessed to go to the Masters, right, I think about 8 times. So this is Masters week. It's the first major of the year. And for a lot of us, this signals, especially when you grow up north, it signaled the beginning of the golf season. Usually golf courses were opening up this weekend or this week. The snow was gone and we were out playing golf and we were all geeked. So anyway, you didn't come here to listen to me talk about the Masters, did you? But you do probably. Today's topic is Patients Every Day Part 2. If you hear a dog barking in the background, that is the Chocolate Lab Mulligan to you from my home office today. And outside my window, there are a tremendous amount of wisteria up in the trees, and people stop and take pictures all the time. So if you hear any barking, that's what Mulligan is doing. Okay, so let's talk about patients every day, all right? Now, I'm in the home office today. Now, I'm not going to, there we go. Okay, so you'll see back behind me over here, this is the model that I laid out for you about patients every day. And in my prior video, I talked about the entire concept of patients every single day. And in a video last week, I talked specifically, clarity, there you go, it's right there. Today, what I'm going to talk about is I'm going to talk about campaigns. Now, don't worry, you're not going to have to squint to go see that. I have, believe it or not, my trusty dusty green board today. It's green because that's the color paper that we have out today. So we're going to talk about this, okay? So as a little bit of a refresher, talk about this. Use my pointer. Okay. So the Patients Every Day model is very, very simple when you lay it out and when you understand it. But for a lot of people, it's very difficult to implement. Let me fix my light here. Sorry, I'm trying to get this all set here. Okay, so Patients Every Day model begins with, first and foremost, clarity. And I did a video on that last week about clarity, so I suggest that you go check it out. And then we talk specifically about campaigns, which is what we're going to be talking about today, is we're going to be talking specifically about campaigns. And then later on this week, I'll talk to you specifically about context. Now, let's put this in the big picture of everything, because I think it's very, very important that you understand these things, is that in order for you to grow your practice, okay, you're either in survival mode, stability mode, or you're in scale mode, okay, or phase, if you want to call it phase, okay? Now, the big mistake that people make is they think, okay, I'm in survival mode, I need to go run a bunch of ads, okay? And that's the wrong thing to do. Or you are in stability mode, I need to go run a bunch of ads. Wrong thing to do. Or I'm in scale mode, I need to go get a bunch of ads. You can't fix, nothing will show your weaknesses faster as a practice or as a company than a really good advertising campaign, okay? I first heard this about 20 years ago working with Roger Beasley and Erwin Penland. And they had a saying that nothing will kill a bad company faster than a great advertising campaign, because what's going to happen is we're going to generate a ton of leads, and we're going to get exposed for where all of our weaknesses are. So it's why we talk specifically about clarity first. You have to be very clear about, again, your message, your market, your message, and your offer. Okay. Then we go to campaign. So let's talk about campaign here. There are 3 phases of the Patients Every Day campaign model. Now, again, remember, when we get all 3 of these working together, we wind up with this white hot area right here, okay? Hopefully you can see that. There you go, okay? And that's what we want. Now, you certainly can generate more leads simply by campaigns, but if you're not clear about what you're going to be targeting in on and focusing in on, then you're going to have some trouble, okay? So the first thing is we want to connect with the prospect. In today's day and age, you want to make sure that you are connecting with the prospect. Let me get this, because this is going to be a little bit better for me to draw this to you. Here we go. All right. So we want to connect with the prospect, okay? Now, how do we do that? We can connect with the prospect any number of ways, right? We can do Facebook. We can do SEO. We can do social. We can do pay-per-click. We can do videos, right? There's all different kinds of ways. And you're going to hear me say this today. You've heard me say this in the past, and you will hear me say this until the end of time. There is nothing special about any of these, okay? These are nothing more than advertising vehicles. That's all they are. None of them are the Holy Grail. And if they are the Holy Grail, it's only for a short amount of time, okay? There are none of these that are perfect. None are the magic elixir. I can tell you that, I tell this story all the time, that I used to run a company and built a company purely on faxing. Yes, fax blasts. I can't do fax blasts anymore, okay? It's just another medium with which to advertise. The next thing is we have to get the prospect to consume the message. And the only way we consume the message is if we have the right market, okay? We have the right message, and we have the right offer. It's the only way the prospect is going to consume the information. Let me give you an example. I'm wearing my Masters shirt today. I love the game of golf. I adore the game of golf. I've been playing since I was 6. I'm 51. I used to be a PGA golf professional. I ran private clubs. I went to school for golf, okay? I love the game of golf, all right? You can have a great market, or you can have a great message and a great offer and send out a connection and hope that they're going to consume. But if that message is about, say, bowling, I don't like bowling, horrible at bowling, I'm not going to consume it, okay? So you have to have the right market and the right message and the right offer in order for them to consume it. Think about it this way. If you're a vegetarian and I take you to Ruth Chris Steakhouse, is that going to be, are you going to most likely consume steak just because I have you at Ruth Chris Steakhouse? No, you will not, okay? There's no way you're going to do that, all right? Now, if I take you to some vegan place, you're going to be thrilled. You're going to consume it because it's the right message to market match, okay? It's the right offer. So you have to connect with the right prospect. They have to consume it, okay? And they have to convert. That says convert. Okay, now the conversion is one of the hardest things because there's a number of different phases of the conversion. The conversion can be they click on the offer. It can be their hand, okay? So that's the first part of the convert. The second part of the convert is when they call, do they get the right information? Is there the right script? Then the next phase of that is, do they book an appointment? Then the next phase of that is, do they show? And the next phase of that is, do they convert in the office? So there's literally like 5 different conversion points each step along the way. And this conversion is not just related to how great of a doctor you are. Is that part of the equation in their thought process? Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not in the top 3 to 5. In fact, I'll argue that it's not even in the top 5. What they really want to know, they really want to know if you understand them and their issues, because their issues are different than anybody else's. At least that's what they think, okay? You're sitting here and you're watching this video. So I want you to think about this. You're sitting here and you're watching this video. Now, I make these videos, 1, to help you. 2, obviously, I'd like to, for those of you that are interested in working with me, I would work with you. I'd love to have that conversation, okay? But I'm not looking to work with everybody. I'm looking to work with a small portion of people. As I always like to say, I'm looking to work with people who are 8s, 9s, and 10s. I'm not interested in working with people that are 5s. It's just not something that I'm interested in this desire to fix their problem. Okay, so I am, it's the same thing with you. You as a doctor, I'm doing this because this is what my data tells me, is that you have an interest. People who watch this have an interest in understanding how to get patients each and every single day, okay? So I'm creating this content to hope to educate you, but really, again, I'm doing the same thing. Market, doctors, message, okay, grow your practice. Here's my offer. My offer is really simple. Message me if you'd like to learn we can take your practice and 2x it in the next 90 days and 2x it again in a year, okay? That's a 4x increase in the next 12 months. If you're interested, check it out, okay? Send me a message. Love to talk to you and talk to you more about it, okay? This video is designed to connect with my prospect, that's you. I hope that you consume it. Statistics tell me that you do. And then convert. And there's the conversion, okay? So it's the same thing in your practice. They have to come in, your message has to connect with the prospect, they have to consume it, and then you have to convert them. You have to convert them once they get into your practice. There's 5 different steps usually that are gonna happen. So I've only got a few seconds left here because I like to keep these under 10 minutes, but this is the campaign part of it. It is the second step. Most people start in the wrong place, they start here. You have to be clear first and foremost, go watch that video, and you have to then build that campaign clarity, okay? I'm gonna jump off because it's the end of my 10 minutes. There you go. Have a great day.